Hello friends, it's Nate and welcome back to the channel today for July's TBR. Now going into July, there are a few things that I am looking forward to that I may participate in. I haven't got anything set in stone. I still have about 5 days left of June to figure it out, but I thought I'd mention them as they are on my radar. That is going to be Deck of TBR-athon, which is a month-long competitive readathon, as well as the Tarot Readathon, which is also a month-long competitive readathon. I've been participating in the Amazing Readathon throughout June, which is my first real competitive readathon where I've joined the Discord and really got involved in it, and I've actually really enjoyed it. So I think I would like potentially that going forward to participate in more of these kind of competitive readathons. And so those two are ones that are on my radar, as well as some smaller ones that I might just read one book to kind of somewhat participate in. This would be the Aussie Readathon and the Jane Austen July. I will link all the announcement videos down below so you can check any of them out if they sound interesting to you, but those ones are on my radar that I might try and read in July. As well as that, I am starting in July. I'm actually going to start Herkyed 2.0, which is the hardest reading challenge you will ever do. This officially starts on July 7th, which is when I will start it, and it is essentially a bingo board of 25 different prompts that all have little individual challenges. And yeah, it's kind of supposed to be a kind of very obviously hardest reading challenge I'll do. It's kind of supposed to be an impossible-esque reading challenge. I'm not really going to concentrate very much over the next few months on this. I'm just going to read books and see where they fit, simply because the next couple of months are going to be very busy for me. I am moving at some point in August. I don't know where yet, which is the kind of slightly worrying thing. Hopefully somewhere, we have got somewhere hopefully planned, but it's not confirmed yet. So I'm not sure where we're going to be moving. So for the next few months, I'm just going to read what I can read and see where they fit. The only thing I really do need to try and read is a new release every month, as that is one of the challenges. I'm probably going to pick something from a book box that I get, but I haven't actually received any of my June book boxes yet, so I can't pick anything now. I will probably do a short video of a little unboxing when they come, so check that out if you want to, because it will be one of those books that I read, hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to do dedicated Herkyed videos, hopefully every month, where I kind of talk through what I'm doing for that challenge. All of that to say, all of those links will be down in the description, but let's crack on with July's TBR. Now, before we get into July's TBR, let's look back and see how I did on June's TBR and if I'll have to take a punishment for my game. So I did end up having quite a big stack, and I have not read them all. So I had Yellowface, which I have not read. I will be reading that in the next couple of weeks because it is a book club, and I think it's about the middle of July we're doing that. Then I had The Mask of Mirrors, which I didn't read, or The Eyes Are the Best Part, which I didn't read, and Children of Time, which I didn't read. I've started The Grimm's Fairy Tales. I will have Ruthless Fae finished, read Skander, read The Inmate, and read all the manga. So I don't actually think it was too bad of an effort, but because I have been doing the Amazing Readathon, I am up to date on the prompts of those. So some books have been subbed out for easier books that I could read 4 different prompts for that. So I'm not actually bad about it, but it doesn't mean I will be taking a punishment. The punishments are just adding an extra book on the TBR. They are just kind of for me as motivation to try and finish a TBR, which I don't think I've ever actually done. So it has yet to work. We're gonna pick it first because I forgot to do that last time. So let's pick the punishment and then we will jump in with the rolls for July. We're just gonna pick out a random book. This one, purple, I think is my oldest books, and it is Possessions of the Dead. I don't know if you can read this. I think I said that right. Possessions of the Dead. This is by D.B. Shan. This is one that I have owned for probably on 15 years. When was it originally released? Yeah, 2008, this paperback edition, so potentially from about 2010-ish, I think I may have bought this. This is Darren Shan's adult name that he goes under, and I am a big fan of his the Saga of Darren Shan series and his Demon Arta series, so I was kind of buying everything by him, and yeah, I just haven't read it. It's been ages. So this will be added on as a first book for the TBR. I'm not sure if it's going to have any kind of fantasy horror elements. Darren Shan is known for being kind of having horror elements in his books. It's about a young boy that goes to a big city and determined to kind of show his worth there, join a gang, and I think things end up being a lot more difficult than he thinks. But yeah, I'm actually quite interested in seeing what it's like because I have never read any. I think I've read one thing of Darren Shan's kind of more adult-y works. But yeah, I'm interested to see. So this is the first book for the TBR for July. Roll number 1 is a 20. Oh my god, that's the best roll that we could actually get, because that takes me to here. And for anyone that doesn't know, these are portal spaces. So this takes me to here. And if I don't land on that, I'm literally nearly home free. That's the best roll I could ever get. I'm not mad about it. The best roll that I could do. I've moved 30 spaces through the board in one roll. Fantastic. This could be a tiny TBR, which I wouldn't be mad about with other stuff that I've got that I want to do. So yeah, that purple, the corner squares, is a random TBR as well. So yeah, this has all of my books in bought from 2023 and before. I've taken out all of the new 2024 and 2025 books. So yeah, it's all old backlist stuff. So let's pick one and see what we're gonna read. Let's just go for that one, which is blue. So let's have a look. I'll see if I can get it to come up with you guys first. Can you see what that says? I can't. Hook, Line and Sinker. Okay. Hook, Line and Sinker is a romance book. This is by Tessa Bailey, and this is the second book in a kind of, I guess, duology. In the first book, you are following these two girls that basically the older sister messes up for the last time, and her rich stepdad decides that he's going to cut her off, send her back to where, like, her town where she's from, or where she has, like, inherited a bar from her dad that they've never met, and, like, to basically kind of, I guess, show her the worth of money. Her sister goes with her, and in the first book, you kind of see who I'm guessing the romance between the sisters is going to be. The first book was fine. I listened to it because when I bought this, I didn't realise it was a second book in a duology. And like, I had some issues with it, but ultimately it was an okay read. But I didn't necessarily love the sister, so I'm not sure if I'm actually going to like this one as much. Yeah, because it's kind of about a former player, and they made friendships. They made like they had a friendship in the first book. She's very into music. He is a bit of a player, and yeah, they're kind of friendships. So I'm guessing it's going to be kind of friendships, friends to lovers. There is something that ultimately I find a little cringy about Tessa Bailey's writing, which it is a rom-com, and so like that's fine. But yeah, sometimes it's a bit too cringy for me. And this is also a bit of a chunky book for being a romance, just under 400 pages. But that's fine. I'm going to give it a read. I'm not, like, I think I've read, two Tessa Bailey books. One was I didn't like, one's been fine. So we'll see where the third one ends up and where I want to do with it. Second book for the TBR. Let's jump into roll number 2. Could be the last roll. We'll see. Okay, so if I get a 10 or higher, we're done. And that would be amazing. So let's have a look. A 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a blue prompt. And that is element in the title or on the cover. So element on the cover, I think I'm going to go for Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This has water on the cover. And so I think for this one, I think it has some form of disability representation in it. And I would like to be able to read a disability book in July. It is Disability Pride. That is one of the Hercule prompts. And also one of the Hercule prompts is to have an element on the cover or in the title. So this would work great for both of those. And I believe this is about a group of friends that end up making video games together, but it's kind of more about their friendship throughout the years, I think. Yeah, it's a global bestseller. Loads of people have read it. I think some people absolutely love it. Some people are just meh about it, but I'll give it a go for that type prompt. I got it at a charity shop for £1.50 not that long ago, and it's in like basically perfect condition. I don't know much about it though, and I think it's a literary fiction, so different from the two stuff that I've already got. So yeah, I'm gonna add that onto the TBR, and it works lovely for the idea of getting a disability book in, because I think it's chronic pain. I think the disability represented in here, but I'm not 100% sure, so I will do a bit more research, but I do think so, because when I was doing like research for books that I could read for Disability Pride Month, this one did come up. On to our last roll. I'm gonna guess, because the odds are in my favour in this term. Right, so we just need a 3 or higher. We got a 17. Perfect. So the two prompts are a sci-fi book with a random letter author, and then for the manga, I'm actually gonna pick one myself, but I will roll the die to see how many volumes I need to read. 3. Cool. Before we go looking, let's find a random letter author, which I actually got that last month, which I must mean I have 2 of those prompts. Okay, I'm actually gonna pick a new blue because, yeah, I got that last month, which I used for the Brothers Grimm's. So I'm gonna do this and just pick out a new blue instead, which is Dragons. Which I don't know if that works very well with sci-fi, so maybe I shot myself in the foot then. But yeah, I don't want to have like the same prompts back-to-back months, and I did get random letter author last month. So a sci-fi book with dragons. Let me see if I can actually Google that and find anything. I'm probably going to split the prompts. I'll go and grab the books. Okay, so for the manga, I got 3, and I'm just going to if I am in the middle of a series, I think I'm going to let myself pick and carry on with that series. So I'm carrying on with my reread of Fushigi Yugi. I ended up actually reading 3 books in the month of June and have really enjoyed my time with it. So I'll be reading 4, 5, and 6. This is an adventure romance series. Really love it. It's 12 volumes altogether, so I haven't got a huge TBR, so I could potentially even read a bit more than this. But yeah, I'm going to put this one on for the manga, and then I am going to separate the sci-fi and the dragons prompt. So for sci-fi, I'm going to finish off a series, and I'm going to read Supernova by Marissa Meyer. I have really enjoyed the first 2 books in this trilogy, and so I'm very excited to wrap it up. I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit nervous about what's going to happen. This is a big book as well, actually. What is it? Oh, it's only about 550 pages. I'm looking forward to seeing how this gets resolved, because I can't quite at the moment see how it's going to resolve in a way that like is a happy ending for everyone. It feels like there's going to be some heartbreak in this book. So I'm looking forward to reading it, and have really enjoyed the first few books that I've read in this series, and look forward to actually reading more from Marissa Meyer as an author. And then for dragons, I'm going to do a reread of a carry-on of a series that I'm trying to finish, and that is Brisinga by Christopher Paolini. I was up to date on this series when it came out, and I bought the 4th book when it came out on release day and then never finished it. So I've been doing a reread very slowly, but I'm going to carry on with Brisinga since, again, I have a relatively small TBR this month, and hopefully finish this. Now, I have actually bought the broken binding editions of these books, and they have been shipped. I've got a tracking number, so they are on their way to me. So I'm very excited about that. I probably am going to maybe try and read this copy. No, I read my special editions, so this might not be the copy that you see next month, because I probably will unhaul this. I don't tend to keep multiple copies of the same books. I read my special editions since I intended to keep them for the most part. Then I will have the Inheritance left, which will be a completely new read for me, which I'm very excited about. I can't really remember much that went on in this book. Most of what I remember was from Eldest and Aragon. So yeah, this is going to be pretty new to me in that sense, but I'm looking forward to carrying on with my reading of this series. So this is the stack that I will be reading hopefully in July. I actually think it's quite a manageable amount, especially with what I have going on in July. So we have Brisinga for the Dragon Prompt, Processions of the Dead as my punishment book, Hook, Line and Sinker, which was a random TBR pick, Tomorrow, Tomorrow and Tomorrow for Element on the cover, Supernova for sci-fi, Fujigi Yugi Genbu Kaido 4 to 6 for my manga pick. And yeah, I think that's a pretty decent stack. Like I said, I will be reading a new release. I'm not sure what it's going to be. It's going to be from one of my book boxes. I get now the Fairy Loot Triple Subscription book box and the Locked Library. So that's 4 books that I have a choice of reading. So it'll be one of those that I will hopefully definitely be reading in the month of July. I will be reading Yellowface as part of my family book club. It's my pick after that, so I'm not even sure what I'm going to put on there yet. And then I am currently in the middle of reading The Six Queens. I'll put it up here for my friend book club. I am listening to that mostly because it's like a fucking 600-page book. And also I actually recently read The Constant Princess by Philippa Gregory, and it's very similar because it's about Catherine of Aragon, but it has been interesting to see how 2 different authors have kind of presented their own take on historical events. So that element of it has been quite interesting. But yeah, those are all the books. I think I've mentioned everything I need to. I'm pretty happy with this stack, and I think I could crack on and do it, especially since I have got 5 days left of the month, and although I will be finishing Ruthless Vows, I could start one of these there soon as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it. This could be the first month when I actually win, and I get to take a reward, which I've never done before. So yeah, what are you guys reading for July? Are you participating in any readathons? I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always, and have a wonderful summer, and I'll see you soon. Bye.